Let's get it on.
I was actually gonna use that clip when we play Rumble Nation for that review.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on. So, real quick, sorry, before we start, you told me that it was on Paramount Plus, Celebrity Deathmatch. I was so excited, and I watched it, and I went, shit, it's the shitty seasons.
Yeah, it's not the... Yeah.
It's not the original seasons I grew up with.
I know, I was upset by that, too.
I watched one episode and went, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
All right, so we are here with Josh Bowman, designer of Beach Day, which is live on Kickstarter right now.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's start with just how you doing?
I'm doing okay. You know, I wish we were a little bit farther ahead towards our goal. I mean,
Mhm.
full transparency, but you know, Kickstarters are hard.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot of lessons from this time. I'm actually proud of where we're at, considering where we started as such a
Mhm.
small company and a small game that doesn't really play the Kickstarter meta. I'm actually pretty proud of where we're at. But you know, all
Absolutely,
things
yeah.
considered, it's just I'm busy talking with a lot of people who are much better at this than I am about steps going forward. But we're still chugging along, doing as much as we can mid-campaign to see how far we can get in the campaign. Hopefully we fund. So
Yeah.
See, that is the one thing that I've heard from everybody that we have done an interview with that has used Kickstarter, especially as the first time, that it is a lot harder than they thought.
yeah,
And it is. Trying to get people's attention for something that they have no idea about is really tough. Like, how do you sell something without showing them in person?
Yeah, and that's the big part of with Cake Pie is that the company that we're trying to make is that we're a brand forward company. We made the company before we made the game, and the whole advantage is that the game is quick to set up and easy to teach, but you still get strategy out of it.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
it's still a crunch there, and you know it was a big marketing mistake on our part to like really emphasize the beach aspect of it as opposed to that. But even then, with all that, you know, a $20 game on Kickstarter that doesn't have stretch goals, not really many frills about it, it's a hard sell for the Kickstarter crowd. For people at a convention, I probably could have sold already 200 to 300 units if I was doing my convention runs.
Oh, yeah.
Actually
Oh, yeah.
playing with people, because people ask me, "Oh, can I buy this now?" Almost every time I play with them.
Yeah.
I say, "Well, dang it, no." So,
Right.
but, you know, that was the biggest thing, is that we should have. I am now pushing the aspect of, you know, the marketing of, hey, this is a quick strategy game that, you know, you can carry anywhere with you. That's more satisfying than the average strategy game like that of that ilk and size.
Right.
Absolutely.
I feel like there's a very important question we need to ask.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you heard of Seismic?
Seismic.
It's been our obsession for close to 2 years now. But we've had the designer of it on 3 times on the show. And
Several times.
he did on Kickstarter, and it just barely funded with like a couple days left of the campaign. And he was like,
Yeah.
you know, and I told you this over Messenger, like he was the guy where like you could only get, no, it was it was on your Cake Pie page, that he could only get people to his page, to his Kickstarter page, if it was a direct link. Like you
Yes.
could not search for Seismic on Kickstarter. And it was this weird glitch in the system, like you couldn't, it just wasn't there. You couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And so somehow he still funded, and it's like this gigantic game, like $200+ just for the base version, you know.
Ow.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And it's his first game. And it's this like massive epic
Probably
thing.
his only game if his wife has her.
He
Good
already
for him.
has. Yeah. So then he's like, even though we funded, I want to do it right. And so he canceled it, refund, you know, like he didn't collect the money. And a year later, he came back to GameFound and tried again and was much more successful.
I wouldn't say it was one of those like everybody knew about it, so it sold out fast. It was still slow going for him,
Yeah, it was. Mhm.
but
There's one guy who bought like 80 copies or something just so the game would
just
fund.
so the game would fund.
and then
Holy cow.
and then
then
he started to like, you know,
take
cancel
back.
funds, and it looked like the game, it looked like he wasn't selling any more copies, because every time he sold copies, this guy like deleted
Started
his
taking
pledges
stuff away.
and so it looked like he stagnated. And he's like, but we're making all, like we're gaining a lot of copies here, what's happening?
That's weird, man. I don't like
yeah.
that. That feels
Yeah,
wrong to me.
so he made a faction off this guy.
yeah, yeah.
His nickname is the Minnesota Killjoy, and
Oh gosh, Minnesota Killjoy.
You gotta. Well, he did tell the story on one of our episodes.
about the Minnesota
About the
Killjoy.
Minnesota
yeah,
Killjoy.
that was our second interview with him. But
Yeah, that was quite the story. Listening
yeah,
to
that-
him tell it was just fantastic.
but yeah, that's one of those things where like sometimes they just need traction, and once they start to get that traction, it snowballs and gathers. And I have to say, oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying that's a legit thing to do. Is that lots of first-time publishers, especially like myself, where I come from an industry that's not even remotely similar to tabletop in a lot of ways. It's I come from restaurants, and lots of restaurants.
do have a
So are
tabletop.
tabletops.
Yeah, they do. We do have tabletops, and it's a lot about presentation. And once you get
Yeah.
to the table, you'll know if you like it or not.
That's right.
But lots of things with restaurants is about grassroots. You're trying to create an audience around your immediate area, and that's what I've kind of excelled at for the last couple of years, or trained myself. Excell's not the right word. We're doing well in my restaurant, but like I've trained for. Whereas tabletop is a lot different when it comes to marketing.
Yeah.
And, we've learned a lot about how to market the game as we launch. So, something we're considering. We're still talking, like I said, with our friends from Kinson Key, Tangerine, Arcane Wonders, a bunch of people who I've gotten to know through my podcast about what to do. And canceling is a legit strategy. It's like, hey, we figured out what's wrong. We're going to come back in a month and we'll try this again.
Yeah.
With something new in mind. And we have a couple suggestions from a lot of different people. If we decide to do that, we're gonna stick it out for maybe we're gonna stick it out as long as we can, but because I think we can fund. We're at like 45% right now.
Yeah, I was
we
looking
can
at
do it.
I was looking at
It'll
the page right now.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to like in mid campaign to get the awareness about it. So
For sure.
Yeah. So how long has your campaign been going on?
we started Monday. Today is the
Monday.
11th. We
Okay.
started the 7th, so it's been going on for 3, 4, 5 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
16 days to go as of recording. By the time this airs, it'll be 13 days to go. So
Yeah,
okay.
so a little over halfway. So hopefully at that point we're about maybe halfway
Yeah, right.
over. But yeah, the expectation of Kickstarter is you want to fund day one because the mid-campaign slump is so hard. We didn't do that, and so we got a lot of work to do. And
Yeah.
hopefully we can make it to the point where we get to the end of the campaign where the next kind of big funding push happens.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing right now. We're just trying to do as much as we can, work hard, stay up late, get up early, and do all the stuff we can to try to raise awareness about the game.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Who is Josh Bowman?
Well, who am I? Well, I am I think the best thing is I am a people enthusiast of the hobby. I think that's the best way to describe me. I love talking with people and being a cheerleader for people. So I really got into the industry doing a podcast called Tabletop Submarine, which is a interview show where we bring on people who are in the industry in some way or another, and we just have them share their favorite tabletop memory. And we let them plug their stuff for free. And I do that with my friend and co-host Andrew Stiles, who's done Wine Cellar, designer of Wine Cellar and stuff like that. And that's really what I love doing, is just taking people young who are industry veterans, like Zev Slashinger, Ignacy Chevicek, Stephen Bonacore, who've come on the show, and new people as well. People like Tangerine Games, Brian and Brian Bomber from there and stuff like that. And, trying to give them a free platform to talk about stuff. And, I've done design. I have like one other game out there that I help design. I have an RPG hopefully coming out next year and stuff like that.
Nice.
And beyond that, I just love meeting and talking with people. And, I like seeing the best in people and trying to show people the best of other people because, the internet is so hard to figure out what people are, and being able to show people who they really are is just something I like. Beyond that, I like games,
Yeah,
I work a lot. Like I said, I work in a family restaurant. So I am, up at 6 a.m., getting home at 8 to 10 sometimes, depending on the day. And I love playing board games. I just don't have a lot of time to play them, which is how Cake Pie came about, wanting a company that, I want that strategic crunch. I just don't want to, much as I love Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza, not necessarily what I want to play when I get home. I want to have maybe a strategy experience that I can set up in 5 minutes, teach anybody, and play for 30 and then go to bed.
Yeah.
So, um, that's how the whole thing came about. But no, with me in general, I'm a guy who loves the industry and the people in it, and I think they should be celebrated. So that's me in a nutshell, I think.
I 100% agree. I even said that to you when I asked you to be on the show. Like, our goal is to celebrate you and Beach Day and the campaign. Like, that's what I want to do. That's what we always do. And we will always do our best to just make you look your best and everyone else that we have on the show. Whether it's like cutting out dead air or whatever while you're thinking of an answer to a question, that's what we want to do.
Very good at that. That's mainly me.
Yeah.
Well, dead air is good. I like dead air. It shows that you're actually thinking about the question because
Sometimes
lots of
it's
times,
important. Yeah.
well, sometimes people, especially nowadays, just go off the first thing in their head, and you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that because sometimes the first thing that pops in your head isn't very smart or well thought out. So,
Well, I mean, have you seen the state of this country?
I mean, that's the problem. People actually took 5 seconds to think about what they were going to say before they said it. We'd be in a lot better place.
Yes.
People's common sense tends to not move as fast as their fingers on a keyboard, and so whatever they can be as you meet them in person, they shrivel up like a sardine on a pizza. So it's like it doesn't really. It's fun to meet them in person.
And common sense isn't common.
No,
it's not anymore.
No,
unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, I love all that though, and we'll get to it later. I have like a whole list of stuff to talk about, but
he does.
Yeah, I did listen to an episode of Tabletop Submarine. And
thanks.
Yeah, I loved it.
Which person?
Don Baggett, because I'm a Kabbalist as well.
Yes, yeah. I don't. That was a dream guest. That was the. We actually recorded a little snippet because that was the 100th episode of Tabletop Submarine.
Oh,
and
nice.
Me and Andrew recorded a snippet to like celebrate it. I haven't put it in because I just forgot because I was so obsessed with the campaign. It was a good little cap point that hey, we reached 100 episodes, we got Don on, so that was a really cool moment.
That's still pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm hoping to meet some of the Kabbalists next week because we're going to be heading down to South County Brewing Company to play some games, and so
I'd say it's in our backyard, but our backyard is very big and we have to travel a little bit for it.
Yeah. You guys are in PA. You guys are in PA. Is like an hour south of Scranton.
Yeah.
Like Wilkes-Barre?
If you're familiar with Williamsport, which is the birthplace of Little League Baseball, well, I'm trying to find places like that make sense to people, or Bloomsburg, which is the only town in Pennsylvania.
And not anymore, by the way.
Not anymore. That's true. They're not a town anymore, right? They're too big.
Yeah. It was the only incorporated town.
No, it's not how
oh, okay.
It's all about your government.
Government. Oh, okay. Anyways, moving on.
So I have a cat, real quick. I have a cat who's chewing on my headphone wire. So if he gets a little zap, I'll laugh.
I will.
That could be my fault.
Yeah, you started playing with the darn thing.
But yeah, Wilkes-Barre is like 10, 15 minutes from Scranton. We're like an hour south of that.
An hour south. Man, it's been so long since I've been back to Eastern PA.
Yeah.
I mean, I go up to Philly sometimes for PAX, but I don't go much beyond that. So.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe how many people I've had to tell them that Scranton is a real place. It's not a fictional place on that TV show. When I worked as a tour guide, and people would always say, "Oh, well, you're from Pennsylvania. Is Scranton a real place?" Yes. No, it's not. Yes.
It's a very real place. Yeah. The Electric City, man. So
yeah.
Lots of hills. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. It was a hilly city.
Yeah, man. Very hilly. Too hilly, man. Too hilly. So.
If you want hilly, go to Atlanta. It's awful.
Atlanta, like Georgia.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've only driven through there, and the traffic's always been horrible.
The traffic is awful.
Don't go to the airport; they're awful there.
Oh my gosh, no.
San Francisco is still the worst when it comes to hilly for me.
Oh, holy cow! I went to San Francisco. I went there once. My sister was having which is another interesting story. I'm not sure. It's not tabletop related. It's more medicine related. But she was in a hospital in San Francisco. I won't go into details why unless you want me to.
Only as much as you want to share.
Yeah.
I'll share. It's pretty cool. So I have my little nephew named. It's pretty cool actually because I have a little nephew named Rowan.
Okay.
And he was born with spina bifida, and it was really bad in my sister's womb. With a point where, like, if he was going to get born, his spine would pretty much be like I think pretty much poking out of his neck.
Ooh.
It was that
Oh my
bad.
gosh.
But because my in-laws, her in-laws are rich. I'll get it out of the way. And they have really good insurance. But also, they went to a specialist in Salt Lake City, which is like one of the best leading children's hospitals in America.
Mhm.
And they got attention of a surgeon in San Francisco who said they want to do like some sort of experimental surgery where they would open her up and operate on the infant while in the womb at a certain month age and fix the
Yeah.
spine so she could be born. And now he was born. He's walking. He shouldn't have been able to walk. It was a miracle.
Wow.
That's
Now,
incredible.
It is
Yeah.
incredible. Now back to my experience in San Francisco. I went there for my
Now that we
there
got
for
the
my
premise out of
birthday.
the way.
Now we got why I was there. I went there for my birthday to visit her with my parents. It was like my 16th birthday or something like that. It might have been 18th. I don't remember. I just remember that I went there. San Francisco is a beautiful place with great food, too many hills,
Yes.
and I distinctly remember I never want to live here because, I was walking around trying to find a hat. I wanted a hat for some reason, like a nice flat bill hat. And suddenly I turn around and my little high school eyes see a nudist parade. Bunch of people riding on bicycles. I don't think they were even protesting. I think they were holding up signs for no reason. And
That's San Francisco.
it's San Francisco. Like
They were
people- and-
advertising.
yeah, everyone. They were advertising the wrong thing because like everyone was horrified because it was like Fisherman's Wharf, so it's a tourist area.
Oh yeah.
So everyone was like booing them. It's like, get out of here! We don't need you naked people around. but whatever they were protesting, they were very advocate. They were very passionate enough to sit out and like, oh, I can't imagine sitting on a hot bike seat naked because that would just be riding up like I don't know.
That'd be riding up places that shouldn't be up.
Shouldn't be up. So yeah. I've been to Atlanta too. The drivers in San Francisco very aggressive, but Atlanta traffic's just at a standstill. So like,
Yeah.
I go there when I can, probably like once a year or so. But
I almost got stuck there.
So you're in North Carolina, right?
I am indeed, yes.
Okay.
Where
Yeah.
in North Carolina?
That's important. Yes.
Wil-
We're in North-
Wilmington,
Okay.
Okay, not Fayetteville, so we're good.
not Fayetteville.
It's
No.
the worst. I stayed one night in Fayetteville. Never again. I will never be in that
Wilmington
city.
is where WB filmed all their freaking teen dramas.
Yes.
Oh, they
Before
still do
moved
that
up
too.
to,
Yeah.
Before they moved up to Toronto for a lot of the other stuff.
All the DC stuff.
Yeah, all the superhero stuff is up in Toronto.
Yeah, no, Wilmington has a great film industry still. Like it's starting to pick up again because people are starting to realize it's cheaper than Georgia in a lot of ways. And
Well, I know a lot of places are also they're just fleeing Hollywood.
it's Hollywood sucks. And I've been to Los Angeles and Hollywood too. It sucks. Like I don't know why no one who lives in Los Angeles to work like goes to Los Angeles loves it. I've never met a single person who says they love it.
So I lived out there for a little bit. I love the town. I hate the people. But when it comes to Hollywood, I hate Hollywood the most.
Oh my gosh.
I lived in Culver City and I worked at Warner Brothers in Burbank.
Okay.
It's only 4 miles. That equates to a 10-minute drive.
See,
If
that
I had
is
to get to
horrible.
work by 8 o'clock in the morning, it would take me an hour to drive 4 miles. If I had to get to work by 6 in the morning, oh my gosh, I could get there in less than 15 minutes.
See, I live like 20 miles from my work. I mean, I guess we 20
yeah,
minutes
I
together.
live
That's
35.
wonderful. I live in the boonies, so it's like I don't know. City life used to appeal to me, but now I'm like,
Yeah.
it's okay. I don't need that. I can cook
go
at home.
Back and forth like, oh, I wish it were 8 hours away so I could drive there, do my stuff, and then go home. And never see anybody until I have to go back to work.
The only advantage for me of like bigger cities is that they usually have better game stores.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
I'd rather buy FLGS if I can. And
Yeah.
like the best game store to me is like an hour from my house, and I don't make the trip nearly as often as I usually do, as I did before I moved out to where I live now. But like, that's the only advantage because I like game stores. I like hanging out in them, stuff like that. But,
Yeah, our closest one's like 40 minutes away now.
yeah.
Like there's that tiny one in Bloom, but
I won't go there.
yeah.
I still haven't been there since they opened.
I was there once. I got Rumble Nation there.
Oh, is that where you got that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited to teach these guys Rumble Nation, though. I'm very excited for that one.
He just wants me to beat him up.
It's a good silly game.
I have not heard of Rumble Nation. What is it?
It's an area control game, but what you do is you like lay out your troops into. You all take turns like laying out your troops into one of 12 different territories in feudal Japan, and once all of your troops are out, the game kind of plays itself. Where whoever has the most troops in territory 1, they get reinforcements that fan out to all the neighboring territories that has their troops, and then you calculate territory 2 and then territory 3, and they keep fanning out, and so it kind of snowballs.
Okay.
And it's a really short game. It's like 20-30 minutes, and there's a lot of strategy in the front end, and then you just watch it play out for the second half.
So it's like setting up dominoes and then flicking and going.
Yeah, yeah, and seeing if you're able to plan anything. Like, ooh, if I have more troops here, then it's going to snowball into this territory over here, which is worth a lot of points, and so on.
So here's the really funny thing about this: PJ is horrible at strategy.
So bad.
PJ's horrible at every game if it's not a deck.
I'm my own worst enemy.
He is. He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And if you listen to our podcast, one of our favorite moments always has to be when PJ screws himself and realizes it.
Mm-hmm. Every episode.
And every episode it comes up.
Yep.
Followed by an expletive usually.
Yes.
So what is it about deck builders that clicks with your mind then?
I don't know. Like, I know a big part of it is I always go for the cards that let me draw more cards, and so I'll start with a hand of 5 and end with 15 on the table in front of me, and then I can just buy whatever and deal as much damage as whatever, and like Star Wars deck building game, I just decimate.
Okay, yeah, so Angie's mom got that for me for Christmas, and first time PJ played it, I mean, he just absolutely destroyed me. Like, I had no chance of winning. And it's my own game.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I've always struggled with deck builders because of that, because lots of them fall into the trap of that's kind of the strategy.
Mhm.
I play the Star Wars deck builder. I have fun with it, but
Mhm.
it's never been my favorite genre, only because Dominion. I find Dominion to be a very droll game, and that was my first.
I played
First
Dominion
deck builder,
once.
so.
Yeah, and I'm glad it wasn't my first deck builder. Clank was my first one.
If Plank was my first deck builder, I'd be obsessed with them. But it
Yeah,
was not.
yeah, I think that's
So.
a big part of it. Is
think
Clank was my first deck builder.
My first deck builder was either the Rick and Morty card game that we played.
I think it was
or-
Clank.
Was it Clank?
I think I had you play Clank.
I think mine was Rick and Morty because I've never played Clank.
Yeah.
But I also like the DC Heroes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Games.
Cryptozoic games,
the
yeah.
Cryptozoic games. I also like, and we still have to do this as an episode. The
The legendary one.
legendary games, because he has Predator, and it goes
Okay.
through the first 2 Predator films, and then for Christmas or my birthday, I don't remember, he got me the complete Alien set.
Nice.
So-
And then you can merge them.
And then you can merge the 2, and you can play Aliens versus Predator. But there's one key element in the Alien game that I haven't got to play yet. It's if you have like a bunch of people, where if somebody's character dies because they
Because
get
of a facehugger.
yeah, for a facehugger, and you don't get it off in time, you get a chest burster, you're dead.
yeah.
Normally it would be like in those games, you're out of the game, bye, sorry, you get to watch. Well, now that person gets to take over the Alien deck as the Alien Queen, and then try to
Okay.
screw everybody else over.
Yeah, I do want to try
I
that game
really,
mode.
really want to
I
try
really
that
do.
mode.
I think talk about underutilized IP. Like, there's been Alien games, a couple of them. I mean, and obviously there's Nemesis, which is it's Alien.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But like, I wish there was more Predator games, man, because like
yeah.
it's just so like if you can get like a hidden movement game for Predator, you know how
Oh, yeah.
awesome that would be. Like,
I was saying that in a Facebook page. I think it was like the BGG one or whatever, like a year ago. They're like, what would be a game based on an IP that you would love to see? I'm like, a hidden movement Predator game would be freaking awesome. That'd
That
be really cool.
go back to those '80s movies with like Schwarzenegger, Stallone. Like, that'd be. You can make a Rambo hidden movement game. You can make a Predator hidden movement
Now,
game.
if you're
You
going
can
to do
make
a Rambo one, it has to be First Blood.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Because
First
the other
Blood
one's Afghanistan, and it's like, that's not hidden. You're
Yeah, I
sitting
know.
going, like, no,
Yeah.
you can't hide.
Yeah,
Like that.
the only problem is that First Blood, there's really no good guys or bad guys. I mean, Rambo's obviously the protagonist, but like,
Right, and
you read the book,
thank you
though.
for using
You
that
read the
word,
book.
protagonist.
yeah,
That's what I tell people, like, oh, you love the movie, don't read the book.
yeah, no, he's a douchebag in the book.
Well, they're all
No,
douchebags in
They're
the
all
book.
jerks. Like, it's one of those, like, they had to, yeah, Rambo is an interesting study of, like, yeah, the books and yeah, it was, I think that the story of the movie's better, but the book is definitely I can say that they had I don't know what I'm trying to say, but they're both good in different ways. But it's just funny
Yeah.
how
Right.
the book of Rambo would not translate well into screens.
No,
So-
because you would not like you would feel more for the cops than you would for Rambo.
Yeah.
Oh my
And-
gosh, he's so tame compared to the movie.
Oh my
Like-
gosh. Like setting traps for the hunters and the dogs.
Yeah, my gosh, it's I like read snippets of the book. I was like, I don't think I could read this whole thing without just feeling bad. Like, I don't want to feel
how about
bad.
how the whole thing ends?
I actually didn't read the ending of the book because I'm still up there of what I want to finish it or not.
Yes.
So-
Don't see anything then.
You can tell me. I don't care at this
Oh,
point.
okay.
I got
so-
I got to read through Don Quixote at this point, so I got plenty.
Just know that he's chasing after those windmills.
Yes.
For the end of this book, for First Blood, he shoots Teasel. Teasel's bleeding out. Rambo knows he's not going anywhere. Teasel shoots him in the face with a shotgun.
See,
Oh.
that's just not satisfying.
They both end up dying.
Nice.
Like nobody wins.
Nice.
Nobody wins, and maybe that's the message that
And, like,
nobody
in-
wins.
Throughout the entire thing, like you empathize with, like empathize. I can't say that word now. Empathize. I can't. I
It's
need
all
too many
good.
drugs
It's been a long week.
So you get empathy for both characters. You got Teasel, who you're like he's just trying to do his job.
Yeah.
Granted, he acted like a dick in like the opening, but
Yeah.
you see him. He's trying to do his job. He's trying to protect people, including his own officers. Stop making fun of me. And then you've got Rambo, who just wants to be left alone,
Yeah.
and it's really hard. The cat is still going after that cord. It's really hard to like
PJ made him mad.
really say one person's good and one person's bad.
Yeah. They all suck. They all made mistakes.
People suck.
People suck. Yeah.
So getting back to the game.
Back to games and stuff.
I love talking movies, though. I love it
Oh
so
yeah,
much.
that's why we have
Oh,
another
yeah.
podcast about.
We have
that,
4
and
podcasts.
Barely
yeah.
get to use that one because we're always busy.
Yeah. So back to Beach Day. How do you go about like coming up with the theme and the mechanics of it?
So, the Beach Day is the culmination of my love for tile laying games like Carcassonne, Barren Park, Isle of Cats, Veggies, things like that.
Barren
And
Park
it's
is amazing.
it's a great game.
Love it.
And it's distilling all those things down that I like to it into like a drop of what I think is wrong with lots of tile laying games, and what's especially wrong with lots of small box tile laying games. Which I think small box tile laying games. Number one, they are very stagnant in their scoring. There's not a lot of variability in them. It's usually this is the scoring, and they rely on the randomness of the cards coming out for the puzzle.
Yeah.
Two, that the fact that they sometimes don't play well at high player counts, and they play better at lower player counts. And then 3, they sometimes can get lost in their own way of the rules. Like there's or there's like one strategy to go for. And so Beach Day came out the idea of wanting to create a game that is way more free. So like some of these card games, like, oh, you can only do a 5x5 grid. That's horse crap. I hate when I can only do a 5x5 grid. Or B, you always have to cover something. Why? Like is there
Yeah.
a reason why? Like that's annoying. It's like, oh, because that crunchy feeling you get because you might have to give and take. No, get that out of my face. Like I don't want to do that. And so what Beach Day was set out to do is like, okay, yeah, there are some restrictions. You can't do like a corner connection between 2 squares. Like you can't do like a caddy corner.
Yeah.
And you can't tuck underneath the cards, which only because that The only reason we add that restriction is because when we didn't have that, or you could tuck, there was too many options. So we had to, and then 3, you just can't squish the turtle that's in the game because that's just no one wants to
Just
squish a
mean.
turtle. Just mean. Why would you want to
Right.
squish a sea turtle?
If you squish a turtle,
Yeah,
I'm gonna start calling you Shredder.
Aren't they technically? They're endangered too, aren't they?
they are endangered.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
so,
what's his real name?
yeah, I didn't initially start out as a game called Beach Day. We had the company first. We wanted to create cake pie games. We wanted a company. We wanted a company that where you could go. You're gonna have every single game. You can set up, learn to play. Like you pick it up, open the packaging. You're setting up and learning to play within 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Like and you can do that with Beach Day, no problem. And then from then on, it's 5 minutes. It's like less than 2 minutes to get starting from that game from then on. Cake pie coming from all the games are a piece of cake to set up, easiest pie to teach. We landed on that after going through a couple iterations. We thought about candy bar games because impulse buy, boom, candy bar. It's $20 for most games is pretty reasonable.
Oh yeah, that's very reasonable.
And so, but we landed on cake pie because it had a better ring to it, and candy bar, still something I might use in the future depending on how my life goes. But like, it's that kind of idea.
Yeah.
And so we threw around what game were we going to create. None of the games that me and my business partners had didn't really jive well. And so I thought of this idea, and I still think it's a good idea, Devin, if you're ever listening to this, is that I created this card game, which is standardized cards called Yard Gods, which is a
Okay.
game where you are playing different factions of ants who are forming cults in a children's daycare. And they've come upon these children, and which are your characters are the children, and because they cannot comprehend what we are, they are forming cults to worship the kids. And so it had to do with where were you sitting, the direction on the table, where were you lay down your cards, and who's facing who, are other cards facing other players. And so it was just a bunch of triangles and circles. And I pitched this idea, and they were like, "Oh, the mechanics are great. We hate the theme." I'm like, "No, the theme is so good.
The theme
I
is
don't know if it
amazing.
Theme
Oh my
is
God.
brilliant.
We would
Yeah.
play the shit out of that game.
Yes,
still-
we would.
It's still in my pocket. Don't worry. I want to create Yard Gods one day." And but they made the point that for what we're trying to go for, more of a family audience that may not jive. And so they said, "How about beach and seashells and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Fine, it'll work because I live next to the beach. I can take pictures there."
Yeah.
But so that's how that came about. Was we wanted an approachable theme that we could use some beautiful artwork for, and we had the idea of using Ammon Anderson before he really blew off with like Gnome Hollow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Twinkle Twinkle. I got to know him before that happened, so he was able to jump on our project. But that's how it came about. Was wanting to create a game that really portrayed and conveyed the mission of Cake Pie, because we're brand forward. We're a brand forward company first. We're a brand. We want you to be able to walk into our booth in the future and know exactly what you're going to get.
We
Yeah.
would
And
totally
hopefully
walk into the booth.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. Pretty
I
much.
I noticed that. Well, first off, before this interview, because I was the one that found you and saw the ads, and I'm like, oh, this game looks really cool. And so I
thanks.
sent the link to Dan and Angie, and when they got here earlier today, I booted it up on Tabletop Simulator, and in like 3 minutes, I'm like, here's what you do, and
Yeah.
here's how the game plays, and immediately it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this looks really cool.
Yeah, he showed it to me. I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Yeah, you can do this, but you can't do this." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, because that doesn't make any sense for this kind of game."
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't do catty corner, but
Yeah,
you can overlap.
can't do corners, but you can do this. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty simple." Okay,
But
like this looks cool.
yeah, but I noticed that I would assume from, knowing the rules and seeing the cards, it looks like it would give the same kind of vibe as like a Gentle Rain or a Beacon Patrol, where like it's chill, but also like tough decisions are coming your
Yeah.
way when you play this
Yeah.
game. So
Yeah, that's the whole point of it too, is to have that control and have that, have that chill feeling as you play. And what separates it from other things, though, I think, is that I think lots of things like Beacon Patrol and Gentle Rain have very upfront in your face strategies what to do.
Mhm.
Whereas I think Beach Day slowly reveals the strategies as you go. And with the modular scoring that you can swap in and out, it changes every game depending on the combinations you do.
yeah.
And so, which was a huge thing for us because, like I said, I hate stagnant scoring in games. But with the modules, you can switch in and out. You can, beach balls may not be different, and depending on player count, the game changes too. And depending on the player group, it changes too.
Yeah.
Right.
So
yeah, it reminds me of charcuterie in that way. How like
great game.
Yeah, I love it so much. But yeah, that's another, that has the modular objectives and everything in it.
We got funny looks when we played that game.
Well, yeah, okay, we're at a board game convention, and we sit down.
That was great.
Well, it's like mixture of, it's a gaming convention.
It was,
it was video game and board game. And so we sit down, we had just bought charcuterie, and we start unboxing it and going through the rule book, and there's this woman at the corner of the table just staring at us.
Giving us the most perplexed, like somebody farted in her face and then said, "Did you like my cherry pie?" And
oh my goodness.
Like just the look on her face while we're like punching out all of the cardboard pieces, getting it said, she's like,
yeah, the consensus was she must have been dragged there by a child to
or
Mom, take me to this
husband,
convention.
Boyfriend, whatever is like,
Man,
we're going here and we're gonna have fun, and she's like, this is stupid.
Yeah, and then we were just making fun of her the whole time, like, that's my husband in the cosplay up on the stage right now.
The guy who's dressed like Luigi but says he's actually Wario, that's my husband.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
No, it was
so. What convention?
Looked like Waluigi.
What convention was that?
Yeah.
It's called Shermacon.
Shermacon, okay.
Yeah, it's in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, and it's a tiny little thing, but it was really cool. There were a lot of vendors there and a lot of gaming.
Funny is I work at a hotel and I was cleaning up some areas, and they just had a big commercial for not Shermacon but for the Sherman Theater and all these bands that are coming. I was like, oh yeah. That's where I got accosted by a guy trying to be Rorschach. Cool.
Yep.
That was funny.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
There's a story. I like Rorschach a lot.
Yeah, because Dan called it Sherman Con.
Once I called it Sherman Con by accident.
And the guy dressed as Rorschach heard him.
Me and she's like, rah, rah, rah. I'm like, okay, cool.
You have that little clip on our Instagram, don't you?
It is, yeah.
Cool.
Well, a picture of it, yeah.
It's a large Jackie Earl Haley trying to...
It is strange how sometimes nerds and geeks will feel the need to correct people. It doesn't matter. Like I went to when I was... My family still lives in Salt Lake City, and there's a big like San Diego Comic-Con thing called FanX.
Okay.
Huge convention. And again, Rowan, the nephew who had the surgery, we were going to Comic-Con together. And there was a whole thing that year where that San Diego Comic-Con sued FanX because they were calling it Salt Lake Comic-Con. And they sued for the right to use the word Comic-Con. And so they had to change it to FanX. Little kid, like 2 years old, with a little walker, because he was still learning how to walk, gets off the little train we get to the convention center. He says, "Mom, I'm so excited for Comic-Con." And this, butt muncher walks off and looks at him and says, "Actually, it's FanX." And I looked at him in my like Seuss costume from Gravity Falls. I'm like, dude, don't make me put my foot in a place where you don't want it, because I will.
Where a bicycle seat should go.
Yeah. Don't make me San Francisco protest you. Like it was just like, you don't need to correct a kid who obviously can't. Like it was, it's just funny how people. Nerds and geeks are funny, especially video game nerds and board game nerds.
Oh yeah.
Like sometimes when there's a camp of video game nerds who don't understand board games, and they like try to make fun of you for like playing kids games, and you point out like, yeah, okay, you're the one playing Dad Waifu Simulator. Don't get me started on that. And I love video games too, but like, it's just funny how those interactions sometimes happen when worlds collide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the high school where I teach, I run a tabletop club, and I brought in the Street Fighter miniatures game.
Okay.
And my esports team, because I'm also the esports coach, they walk in, they're like, "Why are you playing a board game of Street Fighter? Like, why don't you just play Street Fighter?" I'm like, "Dude, you don't understand." And then two of them sat down and played, and they're like, "This game is awesome."
I can attest to that. PJ has won.
Oh my
Once.
God.
One game.
Yeah. I love that game so much.
It's so much fun.
We do need to play again.
I haven't played that one yet. I like Street Fighter. I have Street Masters, but not Street Fighter. So.
I heard good things about Street Master.
Yeah, so for Street Fighter, you have to... There are two different board games,
Yeah.
and this one
And they're both out of print now.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's Street Fighter, the board game, and this one's the miniatures game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the miniatures game was made by Angry Joe, the YouTuber. And he's a video game YouTuber. I love him. A lot of people don't like him because he's very grating and abrasive.
I think the stupid skits he does are hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I think
trying
he's
to get
hilarious.
This one over here to do them, but
Yeah. We just don't have time.
we don't have time.
But it comes with like these gorgeous, like huge miniatures, and it's like a rock paper scissors style gameplay where if I'm gonna attack Dan, I put a card face down in front of him, and if he wants to defend, he assesses like how far away I am from him. Like, is it going to be a melee, projectile, or a special attack?
Right.
And then he can guess, and if they match, like if he plays a card face down also, we both reveal at the same time. If they match, he blocks my attack. And
right.
and if they don't, I hit him.
Yeah, well, when you distill down every single fighting video game ever, that's all it is. It's timed It's timed rock paper scissors. Who can just time their attack the best before the other person has to throw out the scissor or the paper and stuff like that. So
and
it makes sense.
Yeah, and the other awesome thing he has in the cards is on each side of the card there are colored circles. And
they look like a gamepad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if the right side of the card is a blue circle, and then the left side of the card of your next card is also a blue circle, you can combo it and play it for free and just chain them.
Yeah.
And it's so cool.
Yeah, this is one of the miniatures here.
Yeah.
And the thing, so we were talking to not Joe, but
Jay.
Yeah.
Angry Joe, every Sunday he does like a tabletop like Warhammer stream.
Yeah.
And Jay is like the Warhammer expert, the miniatures expert.
So we had an interview with him about this game, and he was telling us that, like, yeah, Joe really wanted to get things right, and he would get one of the miniatures back from the printing company, and he'd show Capcom, and Capcom would be like, that's the wrong color blue, do it again.
It's the wrong shade. Yeah.
And he's like,
oh, yeah.
Yo,
working with those kind of people is a nightmare, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going to follow up with a Mortal Kombat game following the same mechanisms, but that just never happened, and I'm sad.
I think it was just too much for him.
Oh yeah.
This game
oh yeah, it's insane. And he barely made money. I don't even know if he did make money off this game or not.
I hope he at least broke even.
I hope so. So anyways, like we I don't even know where that came from, how we got onto that topic.
I don't know, but this is what we do.
But yeah, like love games. I love meeting people, and sharing their stories and stuff. Like, it's why we had Jay on even, because we're like, Joe, we'd love to hear your story about Street Fighter. And Joe's like, I'm too busy. Like, and Joe is crazy busy. He's always putting out new stuff and streaming. But Jay's like, I'll be on. And we're like, yeah,
okay,
dude, like, love to talk to you. So yeah, it's just awesome. Like, I love the hobby. I love, like you said, I love meeting people and everything. What were we talking about, though, in terms of that? I don't remember. So,
we'll have to run back the tape.
Yeah. Charcuterie, I do want to give a shout-out to the illustrator who illustrated the game for Beach Day. Not Charcuterie, sorry.
I was like, Charcuterie, I'm like, it's back. I have it back. I can check for you if you want.
No.
So
for Beach Day.
That is Eamon Anderson.
Okay.
So if you guys heard of the game Gnome Hollow, same designer and illustrator.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of games now. He's got a game on Kickstarter now too called Cats and Cucumbers. That's really cute. I'll shout out to him. Eamon's a really good friend of mine. We met each other 2.5 years ago, just in the designer sphere, and we were able to connect before Gnome Hollow blew up. And I just wanted the game to look like the postcards you find in gift shops. Because that's where I want to sell the game in the future. It was a business decision. Like, I want this to be right next to the postcards that you're like, oh, wish you were here in, Monterey. We're richer than you, and we're going to send you a postcard because of it type stuff. So,
and this is like, I go to Ocean City, Jersey every year, and there are lots and lots of surf shops. We're right by the cash register. There's like Sushi Go and, all those kind of like smaller hobby card games, like Gloom is has been there a couple times. You know, just
Yeah.
those style games, and this would be perfect right there with the others.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's the point, because like if you can play Sushi Go, you can play Beach Day. Like,
Yeah, this is
I
way
would-
easier than Sushi Go.
yeah, I would even say Sushi Go is a little more abstract than this, because whereas all the information you usually need in in like Beach Day is right in front of you. You have
Yeah.
everything you need right in front of you. Sushi Go, you don't really know. You got to keep track of. Oh wait, who has? It's a memory game in lots of ways.
Yeah,
Right.
which
and
is
you have to
nothing
teach.
wrong with that. I love Sushi Go.
Oh, it's
but-
great, but you
yeah.
have to teach like card drafting to people.
Yeah.
You know, because that's a mechanism that isn't in a typical card game.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to then teach how certain things like was it like wasabi, you have to play wasabi before you can put something on top of it, you know, or else it doesn't
Yeah.
mean any points. And so it's so much more complex than Beach Day.
Yeah, the one thing that makes I think Sushi Go a little more complex than Beach Day is the puddings. Is that
yeah.
the idea of having 3 rounds of play and having the puddings carry over all 3 rounds? You don't realize that's a foreign concept to a lot of people. Usually, people are used to like euchre or spades, where it's only every round you're trying to care about what you're doing.
Right.
And then
Or like-
the whole round resets.
Yeah,
And you just start fresh again. Yeah.
yeah. Sushi Go is like, no, think about how many puddings you have, because that's going to matter the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and no, this is not me knocking Sushi Go. It's a fabulous game. It's just that this is supposed to be a little before that.
Easier.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, you guys said the wasabi thing, and all I can think of is the Budweiser commercial
Oh,
Which
God.
one?
where they go into the sushi restaurant and the Japanese chef goes, "Oh, wasabi, wasabi, yeah, wasabi," and like there's a
Oh,
whole line
yeah,
of sushi
okay.
goes, wasabi. I just
Somebody.
wasabi.
Ugh.
This is the things that my brain does.
You don't need to
It's
share
okay,
it
yeah.
with us.
It goes everywhere.
Don't encourage it, Josh.
I think it makes conversation more entertaining.
This is why
Well,
our podcast
have you ever
is-
tried true wasabi before, or have you just only American
No,
wasabi?
I have. I have
have,
tried
okay.
true wasabi in Little Tokyo.
Yeah.
And holy
It's different.
friggin' crap.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that for a while.
it's been a while. Holy friggin' crap.
Holy freaking crap, it's back.
I mean, like it's not as spicy as other wasabis.
No, it's
like-
because it's not horseradish.
Yeah, it's not horseradish dyed green. Like,
Yeah.
like people are like, oh, you need to have wasabi on your sushi. That's how the Japanese eat it. Okay, no, that's
Yeah.
not. Yeah,
That's not, the Japanese go, soy sauce, eat.
yeah, well, they barely even do soy sauce sometimes.
I
When you do
know.
true sushi. Like I watched a sushi documentary once because I was bored, and I was like, ooh,
I feel
sushi.
you.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna watch this sushi documentary about how the first 15 years of a sushi chef's life, he's just making the rice,
Yeah.
and then maybe you can start making
My
cutting the
gosh.
fish.
Wait. It's been 15 years. You get 16. You may cut one fish. You're like, yeah.
And you only cut this one fish.
That's right.
Yes.
So you master.
But yeah, like there's these guys who charge so much for rice that tastes really good and uncooked fish. Sushi, I love it. It's the biggest scam in the food industry, though.
I agree. I love sushi.
Yeah.
I don't know about you.
I like it, yeah.
Okay, she doesn't.
Well,
I can only have it in like small doses though.
Oh no, I
Like-
can eat it all the time.
like I don't know the history of sushi, but I assume as a capitalist American, Japanese people were eating sushi for hundreds of years, and then the Americans were like, whatever settlers got there first were like, this is so unique, and like, yeah, it is. It cost a lot of money though, and and now since we're all eating bangers and mash when we first got over there, they thought it was actually. They found good food and started eating it. So the Japanese just took advantage of that.
I mean, that was the
So-
entire reason, they colonized India because they're like, you guys have good stuff. We want
This food tastes really good.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense that the history of the world is because the Europeans have really crappy food, specifically the UK.
Yeah.
Like when all you have is fish and chips and then you overfish cod, you have to do something.
Yeah.
So like,
And that's
no
a
offense to
shame.
any UK listeners, we love you.
And my dad's British, I agree 100%.
I used to go to a pub every Friday night in Santa Monica. And the one thing I always stayed away from was the bangers and mash because it was too bland
Oh
for
yeah.
me.
Oh no way.
Oh,
Yeah.
my
Give me
gosh.
shepherd's pie. I'm happy with that.
Oh,
Shepherd's
shepherd's
pie's
pie is great.
I
Yeah,
love that
shepherd's
we ended
pie's
up
great.
here from Sushi Go.
I know, right?
Well, we talked about food and now we have to go to food.
So
Oh, yeah.
Angie pointed something out, and now I have to ask because it's just been bugging me. over your right shoulder next to Calico, there's a game, and she wants to know if it's Godzilla.
It is Godzilla, yes. Godzilla Tokyo Clash, yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I am a
That's
huge
such a fun
Godzilla fan. I'm a huge
Yeah.
Godzilla fan. I used to watch all the movies when I was a kid, and I'm working my way to watch them back again so I can comprehend. But I've been a Godzilla guy my whole life.
Mhm.
You know, Godzilla -1 is one of the best movies ever
Oh, it's
released in the last 10
amazing.
years.
No, JV
The game
still
is not great.
has
I'm not gonna lie, that game's not great. But in my
Oh
opinion,
yeah.
I kept it because I like Godzilla. So.
It's fun, but weird. Like the whole breaking buildings rules like doesn't make sense, and yeah, there's just some quirky rules to it.
Oh, that's the nicest way of putting it.
Quirky.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a reason it was $13. When
Yeah.
It's a here's how you describe it. It's a Funko game. And there's a reason Funko went out of business.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Funko Games was excellent at producing very passable IP games.
Yeah.
You know, they did a pretty good Jurassic Park game.
Was that the Isle of Isla Nublar? Something the legacy.
The legacy one.
legacy
Yeah,
one,
and
yeah.
we also had he's talking about the Funkoverse.
The Funkoverse one.
One.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Funkoverse one. Okay.
Yeah, we have the Sattler versus T-Rex, right? Or is it the
No,
Raptors?
No, it's
Bruce Lee.
Malcolm.
T-Rex.
Malcolm
Malcolm,
and the
okay.
Raptors. Yeah.
Yeah, IP games are hard though. I mean, because like we were talking about with Street Fighter and stuff before, they have to be so specific about every single thing.
Yeah.
Like my dream, this is like my dream of anything. If I could do anything in board games, I would love to bring a Spirited Away board game to the market, where it's like a worker placement, order fulfillment game where you're working at the bathhouse. Like that's my
Okay.
dream.
That would be
I
cool.
know for a fact though, it'd be super difficult because of how particular Hayao Miyazaki and
Yeah.
stuff is about his stuff.
And Disney
be-
too.
And Disney too. Working with Disney is a nightmare. Apparently,
Yeah.
I'm talking to my friends like the op who work with them a lot. They say I guess nightmare is not the best word, but they're very particular.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so
that's
like
the one company I don't want to work with as an actor.
Disney,
Never, yeah.
Because it's like, yay, you're in an MCU movie. That's awesome. You have sold your soul for 25 years. You're like,
They're gonna work you till you're 90.
you know, I love how Ryan Reynolds can say that kind of stuff and be like, haha, it's funny.
because it's Deadpool.
That's hilarious. He goes, but it's true.
Yeah,
Dead serious. It's true.
Yeah.
Disney has just become its own worst enemy, sadly. So
Mhm. Absolutely.
I haven't been able to stand Disney in years.
yeah, if Disney ever buys Godzilla, it'd be the worst day of my life.
Oh no,
Going back
that'd
to
be
Godzilla.
horrible.
Yeah,
Look, I was telling people when they bought Fox that it was the worst idea in the world.
Yeah.
And our one friend is like, no, it's great because then we can get all of these.
They're all under one roof.
We can get all of these Marvel movies. Like, I don't care. You're destroying Hollywood.
yeah. Like we learned nothing from Monopoly, I guess. Like that's one thing
Yeah,
Monopoly
right.
teaches us. It's bad when everyone controls one thing.
I don't
and so-
think the person who actually made the game and then had to forcibly sell it to Parker Brothers fully understood the horribleness.
That is one of the
Monopoly.
best ironic stories in the history of
Yeah.
gaming. Is the story of Monopoly.
The transformation of the landlord game to Monopoly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, if it's Disney, Godzilla. Going back to Godzilla, did you guys back the Battle Monsters one?
No.
I didn't. It was too expensive for me.
Yeah, it was way too expensive. Looking
Yeah, I
at the
know about
components,
this.
like it's cool that you got minis like that big or whatever, of Ghidorah and Godzilla or whichever
Yeah.
pack you picked because you had to buy like 2 or 3 different packs to get the
Yeah.
whole set.
Well, I don't.
But
like
each
that.
one was like $150, and I'm like,
No.
no, like even if the
Oh.
game's good, which it looked cool, like the games, but the components other than the minis were just like cardboard tokens you're shifting around the board and stuff. I'm like, the price does not match what you're getting.
So what you're telling me is all I have to do is go get those Godzilla toys, build a complete city out of cardboard, and I just have to learn the rules of the game and I can make my own.
I don't know. I didn't really look too much because once I saw the price, I just kind of skimmed the page. So I could be wrong with the components, but I checked out when I saw the price for sure. But I almost backed Cthulhu Death May Die with the Godzilla
Yeah.
I almost backed that.
Wait,
Almost
there is a
that.
Godzilla add-on for Cthulhu Death May Die.
He was
There
a
is.
hero for
I don't know if
$20.
I don't know if it's delivered though,
No, they haven't.
because Sandy
Oh,
Peterson Games is one of the many companies that's bubbling. We're just
yeah,
waiting for it. Sadly, we're just waiting for it to die.
yeah,
So
yeah. Simon, yeah, Simon.
is that Simon who did?
Yeah, Simon
Cthulhu
did
Wars?
Death May
Okay.
Die. Cthulhu Wars is
That's
Oh,
Peterson.
Cthulhu Wars. There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
Both the
Both of
best
them are
Cthulhu
dying,
games are
yeah.
just dying.
And that's really,
So-
really sad because those games are
yeah,
really fun.
yeah. I will say.
I mean,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I
mean,
was
like,
gonna say.
it's not. Yeah, well, it's because I mean, the Sandy Peterson Games and Simon make great games.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's just that they make very bad business decisions.
Mhm,
So which
mhm.
is and I sort of Kickstarter, I sort of blame crowdfunding in general for that they
Yeah.
would allow people to just do bigger companies with some repertoire project
Yeah.
that their project without fulfilling, when it's obvious to us like they're just trying to cover their tracks after what happened in between 2019 and 2023.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
and
unfortunate that so many companies have folded because of that.
Yeah,
But also it's like it's sadly that's what the world economy does. It separates all those people who have foresight and things like that.
right.
Separates the men from the boys.
Yes. Which is why they do small games, because small games I might be only a couple thousand as opposed to 150,000.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Which brings us back to Beach Day.
oh, did it again. Yes. Boom. Transition
that.
segue.
Look
Look
at
at
that.
me go.
That's called a transition, boys and girls.
Don't.
How did Lemonade Crochet and the turtle plushie come into play? Because that's a new thing that just happened.
Yeah, that's my sister, the one who had
Oh,
Rowan.
awesome.
Also callback. Yeah, she has her own little crochet thing. She does crochet for fun. It's called
Mhm.
Lemonade Crochet. That she does just custom crochet stuff. And I was like, well, everyone's like, you need to have at least something on there, another pledge tier. I was like, well, what about a plushie? And they're like, plushies are a terrible idea because you got to get them manufactured. And like, well, what if I just do a small handmade turtle plushie that the shell's a cake pie logo? I was like, okay, I'll do that. It should fit in the box, and it should fit in the box. If not, it's gonna be like a little desk piece. It's a first player token in lots of ways. But yeah, it's just I wanted there to be something for people who wanted to support us extra, because one thing I'm grateful for, extremely grateful for, is that I found out over these last couple of days that a lot of people want to see me and my business partner succeed.
Mhm.
It could be for several reasons. Hopefully it's just because I've tried really hard to be the best person I can be. Sometimes I mess up and I make people mad, but a lot of people really want to see this company succeed. And
I make people mad all the time. It's
yeah, I mean, we should more.
It's just a hobby for Dan.
It is. I do everything I can to piss someone off.
I make people mad with my gaming opinions and my opinions about board game media sometimes.
Mm.
But
See, I do that about other things.
It's his favorite
Yeah.
pastime.
It is.
making people it's good to have opinions. It's good to have strong opinions, as long as they don't directly attack other people, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
In your
So-
opinion.
In my opinion. So, but yeah, that's why. It's just something I wanted to do with my sister that I can work out and arrange. And going forward, it might be something we do with every game. But like I said, we'll see how this campaign goes. We'll see how getting the game out there goes. We'll just see.
Hmm.
It's all right now. It's all ideas in the air, which is what Kickstarter is supposed to be. But it's all ideas in the air, trying to figure out what the best thing is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree. Kickstarter should be a way for designers to make their dream come true,
Right. It should
Yeah.
be for startups or
not a pre-order
small
service. Yeah.
groups. It's very small. It's very small. It shouldn't be the big companies.
yeah,
And when
I-
big companies do that and they fail, guess what?
Yeah.
They deserve it.
I only like it when restoration games like the Godzilla game you brought up, when companies know that they can't front the cost, so they're like, we need to do a crowdfunding campaign for
And
this
then
game.
we'll pass the savings on to you. Not really. You're just funding everything. So
Yeah. So I understand it on those occasions, but
You look
yeah,
like-
for the most part, you
Yeah,
know.
I understand. I don't get mad at any company for using Kickstarter as like a pre-order system. It's just what was supposed to be a way for people to come into the hobby, like an entryway, has
Mhm.
now become the biggest gatekeeping. Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I agree.
you have to play the Kickstarter game.
Yeah.
You can't just have a great game, a great product, and a great brand, which is what
Right.
I believe we have. Strongly, we have a great product, we have a great brand, and uh we have the passion for it.
Mhm.
You need to play the stretch goal game. You need to play the marketing game, which is, using all the buzzwords that marketer people like.
Yeah.
There's just a different
And you
game
need
we
to
need to
have like a
play.
full like art is complete, everything's complete, like printed prototype for
Yeah,
everyone to see. It can't just be like, what's the word? Like placeholder artwork and things
Right.
like that.
And it can't be like this is a concept idea. Like, no, it must be at close to final.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
And
So
it's so frustrating for, like we're not even creating anything, and it's frustrating for
yeah,
us to see how much of a struggle it is to just get something made.
Well, as a creative myself, I understand how
Well,
annoying
yeah.
that is.
yeah. And then the board game community who backs Kickstarters can be the most finicky people you've ever met. Like some of
Yeah.
them are extremely helpful, and some of them are extremely judgmental.
Mhm.
Like
Usually
I
over
have
here
one,
is fiddly.
Yeah.
yeah, I had one, I had one person. I was asking for help in like the board game community. It's like, hey, the game's not catching on as much as I could. Can you help me? I want to know. I got great opinions. And
Mhm.
then one guy who I won't say his name, but like I wanted to read what he said, and I got to the pot. I kind of read between lines what was actually being said, which was everyone else is saying. But he was like saying like obviously the people who made this campaign didn't think it through. They're just a half-baked idea that that whoever made this obviously has no experience in marketing and sales and stuff like that. It's like, well, it's not necessarily true. And I kind of dug into the question a little bit more,
Yeah.
and he kind of dug his heels more in. It's like, well, I'm not going to say anything because there's no need to be said anything. But you know, you can't have a half-baked idea, which we didn't have. We just marketed the wrong way, which is a
Right.
lesson we're learning. But it was amazing how many people just said they aren't going to back Kickstarters because of how bad my ADHD is going everywhere, firing everywhere. But people can be extremely negative. They've been mostly positive towards my campaign actually,
Mhm.
because
Good.
they understand we're first timers, and made it very clear like, hey, this is our first time doing it. We're trying our best.
Yeah.
But like, if you look at some of like the other campaigns, people who even like slightly more experienced, they just sometimes will want to dig in hard to it, which is unfortunate because we're all just trying our best in a very small industry to, either have fun or make a living, one of the two.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree completely with all that. Um, so let's segue over to your podcast.
Ah, yes.
So Tabletop Submarine, you mentioned it earlier. You talked a little bit about it. Do you have any like favorite memories or moments from the pod so far?
I have so many. There's been so many stories. Oof. I mean, getting Dawn on was a big one. That was a really big one.
Yeah.
Just kind of a full circle moment, what we wanted to do. We're not a huge podcast. It's,
Hmm.
we'll get between 80 to 150 downloads an episode.
Yep.
That's for as niche as we are, we're really happy with
Better
that.
than us.
Yeah.
What's up?
You're slightly better than us.
I feel
Yeah,
like we
so
might have a new listener.
I hope so.
I mean, he
We
has
will.
a new listener. I'm definitely gonna be tuning into your podcast.
Oh, you
Yeah,
got
it's
dials and everything.
Yep, that's right.
Tune in?
tuning in. And that's the fun part about it is that we're super niche. We're industry podcast,
Mhm.
which it's hard to get traction for those because not a lot of gamers want to listen to industry stuff. So
Yeah.
most of my listeners are industry folk who want to hear their friends, just talk about their favorite tabletop memories. And
Mhm.
so one I've always thought about was Scott Morris, who is one of the CEOs. He's one of the big hot honchos at Lucky Duck,
Oh, okay.
and he shared a story when he was working at Arcane Wonders about a virtually nonverbal autistic kid who started verbally communicating more effectively after playing a game of like I think it was Mage Wars. Like
Oh,
he
wow.
would just struggle with communication, but they bought this game, this father and mother, and they started playing it, and the kid just sat down and watched them for a little bit, and he started speaking paragraphs about the strategies they should take in order to win. And
Whoa.
they found the guys who this family found the Arcane Wonders booth at a con as like Origins or something, and they gave Scott a big hug, saying thank you because of this game.
Yeah.
Our child's now speaking, and he's progressing in his learning and his education.
Yeah.
He's not becoming better at math because of the game, but we're able to communicate with him now and stuff like that. That's a great story. I remember.
Yeah, they're finding that I was recommended to be a board game therapist, and the funding went through, or else they would have like the local CDC was gonna like have me trained and certified in it and everything. But they're like something about having a rule set really clicks with autistic students, and
Yeah.
and so like having rules and being able to strategize and socialize around a table and everything, like it definitely brings out something that really helps people with autism. And I'm like, that's like that makes sense. Like, I get it. Like,
It's
because it's a
structured.
social disability, so to have the structure, the framework, like you're saying,
it's a structured social environment.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
So-
that's a double-edged sword because, you can say like, oh yeah, it's board gamers are full of people with autism. It's like a double-edged sword when you say that.
Oh yeah,
If you say it to the wrong person the wrong way, they get offended. It's
Yeah.
like, no, it's actually great
Yeah.
for the reasons
Oh,
you
absolutely.
guys said.
I'm
So,
not autistic. How dare you say that? No.
I think we've all got touches of autism.
I mean,
yes.
it is a spectrum.
I was just going to say that. But Deborah Ann Wool, who was Karen in the Daredevil shows, she was like, I love board games because when I go to someone's house for like a get together or dinner party, what am I going to do? Just stand in their kitchen and talk small talk? Like, I don't like that. Like, what do you talk about? A game gives you purpose. It gives you a reason to talk to people, and, and then through the game, you can start talking about other things and find connections with people. And it's much less forced. I forget the wording she used, but it just feels more natural for her and for a lot of us gamers. Like, it's just an easier way to just find a commonality between each other and then grow from there.
Yeah. That's another dream guest of ours. We would love to get Deborah.
I
Ann
know.
Wool on the
I reached
podcast
out to
one
her
day.
agent, like, please. So
Yeah.
I have another actor for you to talk to.
If you'd like to come on, we can make it
know.
work out. We just get busy because it's only every other week. We actually get backed up because people want to come on because the podcast, I think, is fun and people like being on it because there's no pressure to like give your opinions. You're just telling stories.
exactly, yeah.
And and Andrew does a really good job being a color commentator. I'm more of the question asker. I try to really listen because I don't come prepared with anything.
That
Yeah.
sounds awfully familiar. Very much like me.
Yes, exactly that. I mean, that's what the fun part is. Like, I don't come prepared with questions. I just listen to the story and try to dig deeper into what they're trying to say. Sometimes it works out great, and sometimes it doesn't. There's some episodes where like the person shares like a 2-minute story. You're like, okay, well, let's do this. Buckle up, buckle up.
Yeah.
Let's,
There's one board game designer who I'd love to have on the show, and I've thought about reaching out to this person several times, but they're going to remain nameless because I've seen this person in interviews, and it's one-word answers, and they're very socially awkward, and I'm like, it would be a hard interview. It would just be a really
Yeah.
hard interview.
I think a lot of it would be us talking and them going,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a
agree.
tough one. Right. And so it's a tough one to balance, and it's a lot like a late night show host, right? Like,
Yeah.
if an
very much
interview
so.
isn't going well, you kind of have to carry it.
My God, so if this were Conan O'Brien, does that make me your Andy Richter?
I like that.
Andy's a funny ass guy.
And he's hilarious. Yeah, Conan's the best TV show host of all time. in my
Absolutely.
opinion.
100%.
He was my favorite show to work with.
Does that make
Yeah.
you the desk?
Oh, she's the announcer.
Or the head of the band who always chimes in with snarky
Oh, there you go.
remarks.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Does have
That's
snarky remarks.
it works. Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about Conan O'Brien. He's just so funny.
He
Yeah.
made fun of me when I was giving a tour.
Good.
He
That's
told me
cool.
I was pushing somebody in a wheelchair because they asked me to to guide them around. And,
Dan worked at Warner Brothers, by the way. That's
Yeah.
for context.
and he drove by and told them, "Be careful! I hear he drops people." I went, "Conan!" And we did the little museum stint. That was 15 minutes. Brought him back. We're getting him up on the lift for the cart, and he drove past me again. And he said, "Okay, did he drop you yet?" Dude.
That is funny. I mean, I wish I could be around people like that, but also that requires living in Hollywood. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is one of the things that I miss. But I don't miss the people in general.
the only real celebrity encounter I've ever had was at Comic-Con in Salt Lake, where I almost accidentally like headbutted Carl Urban. So he was walking to and from a panel, and I had my head down. I was like 16 years old, and it was an accident, so it didn't really happen. But like I turn around and I'm walking down the corner trying to find my friends, and I just feel a hand stop me, and my head slightly bumps this muscular chest, and I go boop, and it was a volunteer person, and I just look up and say, "I'm sorry, sir." He goes, "It's fine," and I keep walking. I stop, and I turn around like, "Frick, that was Aomir! What the heck? That was Aomir and Bones. What the heck?" And so like that was the only like real celebrity encounter I've ever had. But that was
He met Judge Dredd and lived.
I know. Yeah. The only other one I had was I had another small one, but it was slightly more tragic because I waited like an hour and a half to see a Chuck Norris panel because I love Chuck Norris for many reasons.
Of course.
And as I was walking, he was late, the bastard. And I was walking away because I had to catch the train home from SLC back to
sucks.
and I walk away after waiting for a long time, and I see in this golf cart, and I move out of the way of this golf cart going to like the room that I just left in, and I see Chuck Norris sitting there walking as I'm walking away, and my seats were already taken, and I just made eye contact with him, and he made eye contact with me, and I was just like, I missed my chance to see the man, and he gave me such a look of, just another person. Doesn't mean he's a jerk or anything. He's just an old guy. So he's, waiting for a bunch of people asking probably the same questions over and over again. That was slightly tragic. It broke my heart. Yeah. So
that sucks. I've had a lot of celebrity encounters, but the one that I really wanted wasn't even mine. It was my friend's. He saw Danny DeVito on the back of a golf cart, and he looked up. He did a double take, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And Danny DeVito said, "Yeah, it's me, kid. Okay, bye-bye." And his driver.
That's so perfect. That's so perfect, though. I like celebrities who are more self-aware. Like celebrities who can say, "Yeah, I know what I am."
Yeah.
That's much better than saying, "Oh, I'm just like every other person." It's like, don't say that. People enjoy your work. So
yeah, Nathan Fillion also stalked my tour for 10 minutes, so that was pretty fun.
oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I never got to give him that private tour. It's because I was done with my job. And he had to do a night shoot. Everyone's staring at me like,
I was like, are you gonna elaborate more on
Is this
that?
a euphemism?
"Wouldn't you like to know?" Hey, I'm excited to see him as Guy Gardner, okay?
He's gonna kill it. I'm so excited for the Superman movie. So
Me too.
I don't care.
She doesn't, and
that's sad.
I'm
I love
bringing her with me
Superman.
anyway.
I love Superman. Superman, like All-Star Superman, is one of my favorite comic books of all time.
Oh, that was a great comic.
It was so good.
I don't know if I've ever read a Superman comic.
They're great.
I've read comics with Superman, like Justice League and Kingdom Come, and some of those. But
So if you want a really good one, definitely check out The Death of Superman.
oh yeah,
Superman's good.
Yeah. How's the animated movie? Is that?
I honestly
seen it.
don't remember.
It's on Max. I was thinking about watching it.
Injustice is also a pretty good storyline, as far as like Superman comic,
Yeah.
because it's more realistic to what Superman would be, to be honest. But
like
Injustice
Brightburn.
is Brightburn. So
Talking about movies again.
I know we are always.
Nothing wrong with that.
This is not the
Brightburn
movie
was interesting. It was middling.
It was a cool concept. It was
Executed.
fine. Yeah.
Eh.
You okay with
Yeah.
that, man?
Homelander did it better.
It hurts my butt.
I'm not a big boys guy. I think the boys is too much for me. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've read a handful of the comics. Holy
The
friggin'
comics
crap.
are worse than the show.
Yeah.
Holy cow! Like they are. I'm gonna say it. They're horrible. Like not like the stories, but like they're horrible. Like wash your eyes with bleach.
Yeah.
it's,
Oh yeah,
it's
no, it's awful. Like the last, even the last issue was like,
it's
oh
like
my god.
what kind of you know they must like eat their cucumbers or some I don't know whatever they're eating like they're eating it the wrong way and they something happened to these people to make them creative in this way.
It's Garth Ennis. That's all you have to know.
Yeah,
He still did my favorite panel of any Punisher comic where the Punisher punches a polar bear and it attacks an old lady.
oh man, also great superhero. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
I wish I could read more comic books to be honest, but it's just time between everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan lent me his graphic novel adaptation of I Am Legend like a year ago, and
Still
it's
hasn't read it.
still over there. Yeah,
Like
Enough-
I've read the novella.
it's the
so.
full novella. It's just in graphic novel form, and it's
Yeah.
fantastic. But if you want a really good film adaptation of it, don't watch the movie with Will Smith because
It was horrible.
it sucked, and I'm really not a fan of Will Smith.
Another movie that's like Ramp First Blood. We're making all sorts of circles here,
Yeah.
just
Oh
in
yeah.
different times. Like I need to read.
Crop
I
circles
need
here, guys.
I need to read I Am Legend. I actually don't mind the
it's
movie
so good.
because I haven't read the book, but I've wanted. The book concept sounds more interesting than the movie.
It's
It is.
incredible. You need,
So-
you definitely need to read it.
No, don't even bother with that hunk of crap. Like I watched that in theaters because it came
When
out.
it came out, yeah.
And I saw that with my buddy Adam, and that was one of the few movies. What are you doing, Kat? That was one of the few movies I stood up after the credits and loudly proclaimed to the audience that was still left. That movie sucked.
The only thing that was worth the price of admission was seeing New York City overgrown in vines and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that was really cool.
There was a lot I liked actually about the movie. Like I did like the movie. I didn't like the ending. That's for sure. I thought the ending was
Yeah.
It
a
was
little and you know the title didn't make any sense for one. Like I Am Legend, like why is it called that? Now that I understand more of the concept of the book, I get it.
Yeah,
So-
the it loses the whole meaning of the book with
It does.
because of the ending. Yeah, it's just
an even better adaptation is The Omega Man with Charlton Heston,
Okay.
but the best adaptation is still The Last Man on Earth with Vincent Price.
Yeah.
I've not seen that one.
Okay, that is in the
really
public
good.
domain. You can find it anywhere.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
and it's short too. It's very short, but it's. Why are you torturing that poor cat?
he's purring the whole time.
I hope he bites you.
Oh, that's a different cat than the one.
No, it's the same
it's
cat.
Oh, it's the same cat. Oh,
Yeah.
holy! I didn't realize you guys were in the same room. To be completely honest,
Oh, yeah.
so my mind was blown for a hot second. I was like,
Hold
"What
on,
the
hold on.
heck?"
I'll show you. We're actually in the same room. We're just on the different sides of a table.
Okay, cool, nice.
Yep.
Okay, everything makes more sense now.
It attacked me.
Usually it requires assistance to do that.
So what games are you itching to get to the table right now?
Oh, what games am I itching to get to the table right now? I have to look back. I have a giant stack of games back there. So, Harrow County is a big one.
Ooh.
That is my friend Jay Cormier of Off the Page Games. He made that one. Another based off a comic book. Great company that I hope succeeds.
Mhm.
Other ones. So that's the big one. The next one I have that I'm really excited about. Oof. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I know. Putting it on putting you on
Harrow
the spot
County?
there.
Harrow
I've
County?
heard of it. I haven't played it.
Oh, so Harrow County is really cool. So it's based off the comic book of the same name. And the story is that this witch was burned on this tree. I'll give it without spoiling.
Yeah,
This-
Secret Cabal talked about this one. a
Yeah,
while
and
back.
so this witch was burned at a tree. And after she was burned, they found a child like born out of this like a knot in the tree. And that child was raised in the village very like, oh, we might have to kill this child one day. Can I be a witch? But she grows up to be the witch, and she protects the people from like evil. So it has like very like Salem witch trials
Mhm.
vibes, oldish type stuff, and it's a asymmetrical game
That sounds
where
awesome.
like there's like a cube tower built into the box and stuff.
Nice.
It's just a little more complex, so I had to wait to get to the table.
Yeah.
Other games, the other big ones, Dune War for Arrakis. I love Dune with all my heart. So I love the OG Dune game, and I have the War for Arrakis on the back there. I need to play. That's my entire selfish shame right there. So anything you
Yeah.
see there, Cyclades. I got Cyclades and Kemet recently for
Ooh.
really cheap. Underwater Cities, Mariposas, Beast.
Beasts are
Beast
incredible.
is a great game.
Yeah, I heard great
suck
things
at
about it.
Dan
I
is
need
so
to-
bad at it.
I need to get to the table because I've been dying to play it. My
Yeah.
wife really likes it. We got Aquatica. I want to play what's that one called again? React again, which is like a two. I have lots of games of dying, but if I say the one I really want to get to, it'll probably be Harrow County. I've been
Yeah.
dying to play that for a very long time.
Cool. Yeah.
You made him mad.
Yeah, that cat is not happy with you right now. His tail's flicking. Yeah, I really want to get Kutnahora played.
City of Silver.
I am obsessed with like that game. I wanna play it. I printed an insert for it. Like it's ready to go. I even found like a solo mode that someone made, and I tried that out.
Totally geeked out on this.
I did.
Just like everything
What makes you
else.
so excited about it?
I don't know, to be honest. Like I like how the card play is almost like Gloomhaven, where you play 2 cards at once. I like the multiple things you can do, like, you know, building the buildings and buying the land, or you can go mining, and there's the whole building the basilica. So there's just, I don't know, there's just something about, like, even like the board is black with that like metallic silver trim to it is just beautiful. So yeah, there's just something about it that is enticing to me, and I really want to get this played and try it out.
So is then production and presentation of the game really important to you as far as what attracts you to a game?
It's what grabs me initially, for sure,
Okay.
and then it's more icing on the cake after that. You know, a game can be ugly and still be great if what's Dominant
Florida.
Species? Dominant Species is like one ugly game, but man, it's
is,
amazing.
but it's so much fun.
Yeah. So it's not everything for sure, you know, but it's definitely the tactile part of it is very important for me, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think some of the games
Like Scythe. Scythe is a very tactile game.
Skiffy.
One of my favorites. Civvy!
Civvy.
Waiting on Vantage. That one's coming up.
Can't
Hopefully
remember if
next
it's
week.
One of the prototypes that we have, or what? It was one of the games was like, you look at it and you're like, wow, this looks like the blandest thing in the world, and you play, and you're like, this is amazing, and I can't remember which game it was. We talked about it a while ago.
Yeah.
Guild of
next
Merchant Explorers? I don't know. Just
Lacrimosa is one that I really want to get played, and that one's a pretty ugly looking game.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I had this debate with so many people. They say, oh, it's beautiful. I'm like, no,
No.
the cover's good. The board is ugly.
I still hold, and this isn't, I've learned on the internet that it's an unpopular opinion, Dune Imperium I think is ugly.
It's not a pretty game. Great game.
Okay,
probably,
thank
but
you.
not a good
Oh, I
game.
love it. It's one of my favorites. I think it's ugly. I think
it's
very
ugly.
It thinks you're ugly.
good.
I think it fits. it fits the material perfectly.
Oh, you're not a Dune guy?
Oh no! I love Dune.
Okay.
I just think that like the art style fits the game itself perfectly.
Fair enough.
Because the world of Dune is not a pretty place.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's
People. Oh my
horrific.
gosh. I just finished Dune Messiah. I was like, I always knew Dune was grim, but geez Louise, like you don't realize how. Speaking of like antagonists and protagonists, Paul is a piece of crap. He really
Yeah.
is. Like it's like you get his side, but like
Yeah. It's why Denis Villeneuve changed the ending slightly, only slightly. He
It's
tweaked
better.
the ending
it's better.
to lead into Messiah easier, you know? And
yeah.
And to really get that point across, to prepare everyone for part 3, which is coming.
It's interesting the way he's taking it, because he made Cheney a much more independent character than she actually honestly is.
Yeah.
She's more interesting in Messiah, but like in Dune, she's just kind of like, I love you, Paul. And this one, she actually had more of a personality. So I'm interested to see where he takes it, but like, no, there's no good guys in Dune.
Right.
Yeah.
And anyone who is even remotely a good guy dies. So it's
Right.
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
PJ, tell me more
No.
Oh, God.
about this more deep.
Christopher Walken as the Emperor is the worst choice.
I love it.
Disagree.
I love it.
thought he was awesome.
Perfect.
Threw me out of the movie immediately as soon as he opened his mouth.
We went to watch the movie. We went to watch the movie together, and as soon as that scene came up, I was like, "Oh, this is great!" He's like, "Oh no."
That's the thing. It's the mental block people have about Christopher Walken. He is phenomenal. He was a great choice for the Emperor.
Absolutely.
He's one of my favorite characters in Severance for sure. But oh man, it's tough. It's tough watching Dune Part 2.
And I know we bring this up a lot as well when it comes to Christopher Walken, but I have to bring it up because I just watched the clip of the interview. Dave Grohl was talking about when the Foo Fighters were playing on Saturday Night Live, and he was the host. He walked up to Dave Grohl and he goes, "So, where's the emphasis on your name? Is it the Foo or the Fighters?" And Dave Grohl said, "I knew exactly where he was going to put it, so I just on Fighters." Okay. And then he gets up to introduce the band. "Ladies and gentlemen, the Foo Fighters."
Glorious.
Dave Grohl set him up for that.
Man, I'm staring at the collection trying to figure out what that ugly game was that we played.
I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Something tells me it was one of our prototypes.
Did I play it?
I don't know. Oh, Battlefields. Was it Battlefields?
Battlefields was one of them, but there was another one that was like...
Yeah, Battlefields is Elzra Games, from the makers of Catacombs. Their next one
that's
coming
their
down the
next
pipeline.
Okay.
We have the prototype sitting on the shelf right
How long
now.
have we had that now?
Nice.
We've had it for a long freaking time, but I don't care. I love it.
And they haven't...
I keep emailing
they
Aaron.
asked for it back once, and we're like, cool. And they were going to give us all the stuff, like the shipping
label,
everything, and then nothing showed up.
Well, yeah, then Aaron started the Catacombs 3rd edition, big box campaign.
That's right.
And so I'm like, okay, he's pretty busy. So I waited a couple weeks, and I'm like, hey, just so you know, still have this prototype. And he's like, oh my god, you're right. Okay, yeah. And he's like, I'll send you the label, and then nothing still. And so I sent him one more time. He's like, yeah, I'll get it to you. I'll get it to you.
I'm not disappointed because it's one of our favorite games.
Fair enough. Keep it as long as you can if you like.
Yeah. And I always end the email with, it doesn't matter if you can't get the label to us. We'll take care of it because I'm not lying.
We have stated that if he ever finally gives us the shipping label, we are doing a full video of me taking it to the post office, bawling my eyes out, sending it back. Take good care of it, please. Another prototype that we have is Fate of Antera, which is right here, right behind me.
Ooh, nice and big.
And you know what? That's actually one of the more bland, because you look at the front.
What? No.
You look at the front. You're like, cool. Was it this one? No,
Fate of
no.
Antera's-
I'm thinking of another one because the back actually shows everything you have. Fate of Antera. Shut up. My mind is like
Phrasing.
fried.
Back actually shows everything you have. What the fuck?
You look just like the back of your head.
Where the hell did that even come from?
Okay, the fact that some people can spot me out just by the back of my head scares the hell out of me.
Oh, man.
Actually, I was talking more about the one stage manager I had for a show. He saw me in an episode of a show that I did, and he goes, "Oh my god, I saw you!" And he sent me a screenshot, and I went, "Dude, the fact that you picked me out just from the back of my head scares the shit out of me." I know we were together up there for like a month or two, but that's just creepy. But Fate of Antera is actually one of the more...
I can't wait for that game to fund.
One of the more
or to
interesting games that we've played. It's a bit of an area control. It's a bit of a not really a deck builder. It's like a semi-deck builder.
It's like an engine builder almost.
Yeah. But everything is 3D printed, and the way your pieces fit together is amazing.
Yeah.
So you know how, like, in a real-time strategy for a computer game, you get, like, here's a building, you upgrade the building, and suddenly the building looks different?
Yeah.
This is the same way. You get a base building, and then you have a piece that sits on top of it, and now you've changed...
okay.
And it changes the
profile.
silhouette, of
And
the
it's
building.
like, it's something completely different.
You could literally pull it up.
I could...
And everything
Drop
falls.
thing. Let me whip it out for you.
Oh,
Here,
God,
PJ, I'll
please
give
no.
that to you.
Okay. So, yeah, this game is the late pledge for it is on GameFound right now.
Here, we'll do... Oh, box art. Like, that cover looks
It's a good cover.
pretty cool.
Looks like a
All
book
right.
cover.
It does.
Yeah. All right, so let's find two pieces here. Okay. I don't even... Yeah, they're not even supposed to go together, but you know what. Okay, so here is one of the buildings.
Okay.
And so there's the front, and then you can, when you upgrade it, you take, there are like 3 different shapes of the roofs you can put on, and it slots right into the top.
Oh,
And-
nice.
Yeah, so they have like these little areas here where you can, fit everything in, and it changes like how much resources, or how many resources the building can make, or how many troops it can make, or its defense abilities, things like that.
That's neat. That's
Yeah.
neat.
If you do the barracks, it changes them from regular soldiers to elites. So they're a lot tougher to kill in battle, which PJ found out the hard way.
Yeah. So
Don't shake your head, Angie. Come
I'm
on.
gonna shake my head if I want to shake my head.
Fine.
look, I know you have to get up early, Josh. We could keep talking forever. I don't want to hold you up too much longer, though.
I got Mountain Dew, so I'm good.
Okay.
But I don't. Do you want to keep talking then, Dan? Do you want to keep talking, Josh? But Angie's like, please no.
I love how you just completely... Angie, it's fine.
They don't care.
Well,
about me.
Angie's gonna say I need to go to bed. I
And
see,
it
I
is
see you
past your
wilting.
bedtime.
I see you wilting.
I've been up since like 6.
5.
She has.
Yeah.
I've been up since... It's really hard for me to tell because I get up random times to go pee, and I'm not an old man.
Sure,
Shut
you're
it.
not.
I wake up a lot to pee. It's because of the damn medication.
I'm the oldest one in the room,
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
including
okay.
you.
Sometimes I can sleep through the night. Other times I'm like up every few hours.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Clearly, it doesn't suck. It flows.
Uh,
And now you know why I'm here.
To make fun of me.
And your big nose.
It's not that big.
I didn't even notice. So, it's
So
good.
thank you.
You're welcome.
He's kind of far away. Hang on, we're stuck.
Ah, ah.
No need for 3D glasses.
I mean, at
kids.
this angle.
Shut your mouth. With friends like these, who needs enemies?
He stabbed me in the arm with his nose.
Oh my
And
god.
it hurts, Josh. It hurts. We're gonna make PJ cry again.
It was
yeah.
it was a literal nose piercing. Fair enough.
Yes, it was.
And not my actual nose. That's already pierced.
It is. Now I just need to break the cartilage here.
piercing by nose. Yeah,
Get the bone to stick out. Then I'll stab people.
that's messed up.
It's the
Swordfish.
storefish, unicorn, narwhal, all those things.
Yeah, there you go. I
Oh,
forgot about
narwhal.
that.
You can be a
Narwhal.
narwhal.
Okay.
They're weird.
Narwhal. I mean, I'm weird, so
Exactly.
and I say, "Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad."
Thank you, Mr. Narwhal.
I'm glad you finished it, or else I would have.
Yes, I got you. I got you. I always got to finish that quote.
That's right.
So, we did play a game before we talked to you today. We did a game called Land versus Sea. Have you ever played that one?
I have played Land vs. Sea.
All right.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Okay.
No.
Okay. Because see, we actually liked it. I'd like to know what were your thoughts on it?
I found the decision space between land versus sea and the duality of it to be not as interesting I think the game was advertising it to be. I found that the back and forth was too confrontational in some ways to where it got almost irritating every turn
Angie would agree.
as opposed to like, oh, I'm building something out, it felt more like I'm gonna slap you on your wrist every turn. Whereas I'd rather have a game build out to be more like, oh, I'm doing so good, and there's a big slap across the face of something that they were playing that I didn't notice, where each game was just kind of like a eh,
Okay, so you'd rather have a punch instead of a.
yeah, because no one goes to a UFC fight to see a slap fight. You go to see the big hit, like the setup,
that's
the
true.
planning, the endurance.
Nobody
That's
goes
the,
to see the women fight. That's not true. That was a horrible joke.
that's
Those
like,
women would
man,
kick
I don't
my
know,
ass.
man. Yeah, those like some of those woman fights are great, but like
Oh,
I
yeah.
just find when it comes to a two-player game like Land versus Sea, which is what essentially it is,
Yeah, it is.
I'd rather have the dance that happens in the game be more consequential, whereas this
Mhm.
just felt like a back and forth that didn't really satisfy me with its conditions. And it just, it didn't ring for me. Someone I was really excited about it as a tile laying fan, and it just kind of
It's kind of
hard.
flat for you.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
valid,
Absolutely.
assessment of the game. Yeah,
Couldn't think of the word, huh?
100%. Nah,
Yeah,
I'm like
I
that all
have
the time.
trouble with words too.
Sometimes I can speak good.
Yeah. I did a show a few years ago. This is when I started having memory problems, and luckily,
but he's not old.
shut up. The one line that I got to say before I got out what the real line was what, because I couldn't hear, like the character couldn't hear. So I'm supposed to say what, they're supposed to repeat it, and then and then I say my line, and if I couldn't remember my line, I just kept repeating what. Pissed off my co-stars, but it worked until everything came back.
It's a good little hack right there.
It was a
honestly.
great hack. I remember the one night we did it. I think I said what 3 times, and my buddy Darren, he's gone now. He passed away from cancer, but he was visibly getting angry. Like he was red in the face, like I'm gonna get up there and I'm gonna fucking kill you. And they're like, what? Oh, here's my line.
I got it now. I got it.
I think I've taken one too many blows to the head.
Yeah, I haven't done theater in a long time.
Last time you did it.
Long time.
Jesus, the last time I wasn't even on stage with you.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, last time I did theater was high school. So actually, no, I did some in college, but I didn't do much. So love theater, but
Mhm.
I was too big. I was too big of a guy to do any of the stuff. So
There's always a place for big guys on theater.
oh yeah, it was funny because in high school, because I was a wrestler too, I was good. I was stronger than half of the guys in theater, but there were a lot of women there, young women there who were, of the heavier set, the bigger bone set, and they would always feel bad when when they would like do a lift, these skinny, shrimpies would try to lift them, and it would crush these girls' self-esteem that they could not be lifted, and so they
One
would
guy
get me as
actually
like.
did, and you hear crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yeah, it's
as
like-
these are like being compacted and.
Oh no, they would just collapse. These kids would just collapse.
Oh, no.
It was bad. And so like they would get me to go and like, hey, can you like I'm lifting, 200 to 250 pound guys, no problem in my wrestling stuff. And so I'm just like, yeah, I got it. And I'd lift them up and they feel good about themselves.
Ah,
So
there you go.
there you go. That's where I belong. In the
They
back.
called him the spirit lifter.
Yes. Exactly like that. So it's like that scene. And have you ever seen the Steve Carell Get Smart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where like he's dancing with the heavier Russian girl. It was like that sometimes. We had to hold it. You're like, don't collapse. Don't collapse. Do your best. So, for the sake of my dance partner, don't collapse. I won't
Yeah.
care. But
I'm surprised they did lifts and stuff like that in high school, in a high school
Yeah,
production.
Utah theater they take very seriously. Utah is a big big theater place, almost annoyingly so.
Ooh.
But
Yeah, we're trying to get well, it's a pipe dream, but we really want to get Brandon Fugel from Skinwalker Ranch on our other show. My wife and I do a paranormal podcast,
Nice.
and we would love to have him on. Speaking of Utah, to hear
Yeah.
his stories.
I used to live near there, so
Oh,
Skinwalker
really?
Ranch. Yeah, I used to live in that southern area, Utah area.
Nice.
Skinwalker Ranch is southern Utah, I believe.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. See, what's that? Where is Skinwalker Ranch? You went to southeast of Ballard. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to live, it's looking northeastern Utah. Okay.
Oh,
You went to
really?
County. So it's not southern Utah. That's why I wanted to make sure. I mean, I used to, I mean, when you live in Utah, like you have like one corridor of civilization, so it's really easy to get anywhere. But, I
Yeah.
used to live in north, central, and southern Utah, so I lived near all of them.
I drove through it in 2019 to get to a friend's wedding in Vegas, and it was beautiful. Like, I loved it there.
That's funny. I also drove through it, but to get away from California after my divorce.
It's
And,
it's become it's becoming like it's becoming like Republican California. It's really weird. Like it's super expensive, and
yeah, I can
Utah.
definitely see
Yeah.
that.
Utah when I was growing up in high school, super different place than it is now. I'm glad I left because like I love North Carolina a lot more, but like it's living in like there it's like California. The most of the places you see in California, like Los Angeles, Sacramento, I would say almost sometimes the worst parts of California, you don't get to see the the small cities that are really awesome to live in and
Right.
really great. Whereas
Mhm.
most time in Utah, you see like Salt Lake, maybe Provo, and St. George. And those are some of the roughest places. Not because they're dangerous or anything, it's just because they're expensive to live
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
And the best
expensive,
parts,
population, and
oh my gosh, the smog in Utah is horrible. It's like breathing in diaper fumes. It's bad.
Mm. Yeah, see,
So,
all I remember is just the ginormous rock formations and
oh yeah,
everything that we drove by. Oh man,
it's
I loved
beautiful.
it so much.
It is beautiful. Like,
see, we drove through in October, and it was of 2019.
yeah,
We got through the entire state at night.
yeah,
So, did we see much? No, I saw the road,
yeah.
and I
You
was
don't-
driving the whole time. So,
you guys just doing I-15 all the way down?
yeah,
Or yeah, that's the main corridor. That's like where all Utah feeds into. So like
Mm.
most of the population lives off of I-15, and then they have some offshoots to the side,
Yeah.
which is I think where the real beauty of Utah is. Like once you get off I-15, you get like Moab, Arches, Zions, and to the east, and then you go to the western Utah, and there's nothing there until you hit Vegas, Nevada. So like
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were driving through Vegas. We were seeing the new stadium as it was being built, and
Yeah.
sun was setting. And my dad was in awe because he'd never even been that far west before. And he's like, "Oh, like yeah, that's
desert
great.
sunsets hit different.
Yeah, like it looks amazing. I know, Dad, it's great, but we got to get the hell out of here. I'm not getting stuck in Vegas when it gets dark.
Yeah, nope, don't do that.
Like, I've done it before. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, never again.
My wife hates Vegas or Utah because truck kicked up a rock and cracked our windshield. So when we made it to Vegas, the first stop we did was Safe Light. Fortunately, they had a deal only
There's a
that
lot of-
weekend.
There's a
Oh,
lot
you
of
got
reasons-
lucky.
There's a lot of reasons to not like Utah. That's not the one I would put at the
I
top
know.
of the list. A rock kicked it. So
But yeah, we took I-80 west to get to Vegas, and we saw all like the northern states, and
Yeah.
and then we took 40 east coming back, and so
Okay.
we saw a good portion of the country in like 2 weeks.
I have
It was
now
cool.
taken the three major trails to get from here to California. My favorite is still going up north.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
still the best.
yeah.
for sure.
I went there in a plane.
That's
I've
fun too.
Never been in a plane. Still, I
Uh,
almost
it's not as hyped up as people. It just gets you
Yeah.
that faster. That's it.
yeah
It does.
Nothing
yeah.
really special about it.
It's 6 hours in a tin can.
yeah.
It's not that great.
I will say the coolest thing I've ever done with a plane is I got to work on the set of the plane that was used in Airplane.
Oh, that is cool.
That is awesome.
That
Yeah,
is really
it was-
cool.
Did you see Norjack yet?
No,
I have to send you the link.
you do.
Or I'll
Yeah.
just make you go to Rise Flicks or whatever it's called. That thing's on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a film I did in 2020. It finally just came out last year.
What was it called?
It's called Norjack.
It's about
Norjack,
DB Cooper.
It's about the Norjack
Oh,
incident in 1971
okay.
with DB Cooper.
Nice.
You'll see me all over the place, but you won't even know it's me.
Yeah, Dan's like, I'm in the trailer, and I watch the trailer. I'm like, where?
Like, I'm all over the place in the trailer. He's like, where are you? Like, dude, you're literally staring at me.
You're not seeing me.
It was great.
Witness me.
My buddy Walter wrote and directed, and the way he shot everything, he was like, it's going to be you, but it's going to be close-ups on, like, one part of your face or your hand. Or I was like, cool. Like, no makeup on me. Like, I like this. Let's go.
That's the best.
Why are you shaking your head at me?
Because I'm tired.
Oh,
We can wrap it up. It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's probably for the best.
I think it's time.
Yep.
So I will say that when PJ showed the game to me, I was really intrigued.
Yeah.
This looks like a fun game. I like your business model.
Thank
I
you.
wish you all the best,
Mhm.
and I hope you come and see us again soon and have another talk with us as things progress.
Absolutely.
Or just to talk about games.
In general, talk about games, movies. Hit us up, man.
Yeah,
We'll be on your podcast.
It's true. I would love to. I'm trying to figure out a way to get this like more people on a show, because the problem with Tabletop Submarine is one guest at a time,
yeah.
and people want to be on the show, and so it's like spaced out a lot. I'm trying to figure out a way where I can get like, how do we get mass people on? So
yeah.
So like we'll see. Like I have ideas, but it all depends. Right now, my life's centered on Beach Day. I'm trying to figure out how to. Once that passes and I have more until I have more time to focus on the submarine again.
Mhm.
But thank you for the kind words about Beach Day. It'll come no matter what. It's going to come to market no matter what. As of right now, it's just
Great.
seeing when and how it's going to happen.
Right, yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if you can support it, please do. It's only $20. So
Yeah, everyone at Kickstarter, it's $20, $40 if you want the turtle crochet. You have 13 days left to back it by the time this airs. Check it out. I'm going to have a link in the description. It looks like a really, really fun time. I'm excited. I'm a backer, so.
awesome. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
He's also
Well,
a beach bum, so you know.
beaches are the best. So, well, it was great meeting you guys. Thanks for having
You
me
as
on
well.
your podcast.
Great meeting you as well.
Hopefully I was a good guest. I wasn't lame. So hopefully.
No,
Okay.
you were absolutely delightful.
I just want to let you know that we are now 1 hour and 53 minutes and 45 seconds. I'm gonna say you're pretty darn good.
So now we know, your listeners know, if the podcast is shorter, the guest was lamer. Because
I mean that, or I just swore so much we had to cut out a crap ton.
fair enough.
Oh my god. Dude, when we did Battlefields, we did a live stream, and Ellsworth.
Yes.
So Aaron from Ellsworth Games, he's like, if you can, like, we need it PG. I'm like, okay, I got you. I sent Dan a picture of the timeline of the video I edited, and just all the cuts
Little beeps.
Yeah.
Like,
of where I had to like edit things out, and oh my god, it was so many.
I make a
That's
sailor
funny.
blush sometimes.
that's funny. That is great. I know that. I feel your pain in that, editing out beeps. So
Yeah, we're an R-rated podcast, so most when it's the podcast, that's
when
one
it's
thing.
strictly the
But
podcast.
he wanted a video of gameplay for the Kickstarter page. It's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna.
I mean, honestly, the best thing would have been like just mute, and we would have talked over it.
Yeah.
PJ, you ass.
just like dub it over. Like,
Chip Theory Games sent us like $350 worth of Hoplomachus stuff, and I sent them the first of like 5 reviews. So we did them like almost on a weekly basis. Like, here's part 1, and they never responded back. I'm like, I don't know if they didn't appreciate the language.
You just gotta do it like those
Like my colorful commentary.
you gotta do like a TV edit. Like when he says "What the f," you go like "What the." Heck.
Yeah, yeah.
Really off. You knuckleheads.
What the fart?
I'm tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
I think you found our new editor.
Or like Shaun of the Dead, funk.
Funky.
You
Yeah,
use
the funky
funk for
Pete.
everything.
Yeah.
It's 3:00 in the funking morning.
It's not Saturday.
No, it's not. It's funking Sunday.
Oh man,
I still
well,
have to get her to watch it. She couldn't get past.
so
She
good.
couldn't get past the
No.
beginning, which is the best. It's
Yeah.
the whole setup.
It's awful.
I love it.
Awful.
Can you see why I'm so funking angry? Funk, yeah.
On that note,
Oh,
Josh, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Yep. Take care. Best of luck. We'll be watching the Kickstarter closely and
Absolutely.
anything you do in the future as well. And
Appreciate
you're welcome
it.
back on anytime.
Yep, just let me know. I'm happy to always help.
Ah,
I like talking games, so
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
plus I have like most of my friends now are like don't live near me. Like they I don't get to see them, so this is how I make friends. So
Excellent.
It's hard to make friends in your 30s.
it is. It really is.
Not that
Well,
you're 30 yet.
I was gonna say he's not even
I'm
30 yet.
29.
Hey!
29. Hey.
He'll
So,
be there.
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Your 30 is.
I'm
Eh.
having a good time.
Wait, we have
Doesn't really
absolutely
show
would
what
love
you
I
turn
really didn't
40.
get to say it this much on this episode of the podcast, but fuck you, PJ.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me come on last minute, so thank you so much.
Absolutely. Hey, have a good night and take
You.
care.